Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Delaney.
Do you want to just like start and stop it so that you don't have to like edit all of this out? I'm Chip.
And today we're going to be showing you guys our June palette of the month options. So in May, I told you that I would be using the Feral palette. So here we have it today by Menagerie Cosmetics. Look.
My palette choice is the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. A really good go-to palette. It's very, I like the packaging. It's got all the destinations.
Was that last year it came
super
out?
Pretty. Yeah.
Around this time, I believe.
And it kind of goes with like the Sephora lip story theme, like all the different destinations. But I really like just looking at this palette. And as an Urban Decay junkie, and I just buy their palettes. I bought it, used it once, and then, yeah. But it is a really good palette.
So we're gonna go ahead and open her up and talk a little bit more about the palette itself. So Menagerie is cruelty-free and vegan, so if you support wildlife, how could you not be both? So it's a little bit repetitive information from last month, but it is a different palette. This one does have 9 mattes and 3 duochrome metallics. And the overall theme of the palette is inspired by wolves and blossoming flowers and woodland ideas. So if you didn't get that from the outside of the packaging,
you got it now.
You need glasses. With their palettes, they are pressed pigments, so staining can occur. So if you do get some staining, the easiest way to remove that is with coconut oil or a tea tree oil soap, and it will come right off. I have the OG version, so I don't have the teal shade up here in the corner. I have the original like nudie beige shade. So it is a magnetic palette, just like the Dragon Child, so you can pop the shades out, put the other shades in, like replacement shades or different shades from the 2 palettes if you own them. I don't believe that Whale Song or the Courtship palette are the same, so that's why I like this one, and this is their first palette that they launched as their new brand, Menagerie, versus the Dragon Child was back when they had their Makeup Monster cosmetics. This palette's $29.
So, Urban Decay On The Run palette, again, destination themed type of packaging. This is a magnetic closure type of palette, so definitely sturdy. It's thin, it's light, it's not so like heavy duty, so very travel friendly. Open it up and you have a really nice sized mirror, and it does bend back, which is nice, so easy to hold.
Easy to fold.
So
it's like laundry, if you could really say.
This palette does come with 21 different shades, and so you're starting with some very light neutral shades at the top. As you go down, you go into more of like some pink oranges here, and then you have some greens, some blues, a dark black right there, and this purple I feel like is just out of place, but that's just me. Like I feel
like they should have switched this weird shade Ignite over onto Guilt Trip, and it would have made more sense because you have your cool tones on one side, and then you have your warm tones on the other side. But
yeah, with a lot of different color options. It's not bad at all. This is a jewel toned palette, and it also has mattes in there. Again, Urban Decay's formula I love, I live, I am here for it. Yeah, love it. And this is 100% cruelty free palette.
So our faces are already done as per normal. I'm gonna go ahead and jump in with my first shade, which is gonna be Canis Lupus, and it is just a nice like beige nude. It's a good crease color. It's more brown.
I'm gonna go in with my Sigma E40 brush, and I'm dipping into Jet, which is a matte black.
I really like this shade just if I'm like running late and I need to put some kind of color on my lids or on my crease. Like I could wear it just like this. Now my lids look kind of ghosty, but obviously you could put one more shade on there, but just on its own it is a beautiful shade. I'm gonna go in with my Sephora Pro 14, my go-to packing brush. And I'm gonna dip into Night Eyes.
Okay, then I'm gonna go in with Riff, and I'm using my Morphe E22, and I'm going to use Riff as a blending color, so just right above Jet, and just to kind of diffuse Jet on the perimeter. Okay, so then I'm wanting to add a brow highlight, so I'm gonna go in with Weekender.
I'm gonna take, I'm probably gonna pronounce it wrong, Fenris, but it may be Fenris. It's like a muted khaki green. Same brush, and I'm just going to apply that very lightly to the outer corner just to give a little bit of depth. I'm going berry camo in the woods, but bright yellow eye look.
Okay, then I'm going to go in with Wanderlust, and I'm using my Morphe E17 brush and applying that right beside Jet on the lid. I'm going to need you to use that in a 2-in-1. So
I definitely can. I pre-ordered Whale Song too, so if it gets here in July, maybe that'll be my July palette of the month. Just do the trilogy.
And then the next color I'm going in with is Stranded, same brush, and I'm going to apply this to my inner corner and just meet it up with Wanderlust. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Carbon Black Telescopic Liquid Eyeliner and just create a wing.
So I'm going to go in with Harmonia. This is the one shade that they have switched out at this point, which is now a teal shade, but this one, like I said, it's more of like a pinky nude. And I'm just dragging that on the lower lash line just to give a little bit of color there. I don't want to like really pronounce my lower lash line. Okay, liner. We're going to be using the ColourPop Cosmetics Cream Gel Liner in the shade Punch. And we're just going to punch out this lower waterline. So we just filmed our drugstore bingo of the month, and I used this Maybelline Push Up Angel Falsy Lashes.
Okay, so I'm going to add my lashes. These are, again, my 411 pink lashes from the local drugstore.
Lip, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay. This was from the Basquiat collection that they did with Jean Michel.
I remember when we bought that palette, it was just like on this like weird, it was like in the aisle, like the checkout aisle, remember? Because it was just sitting there and we're like, what the hell is this? And we only saw it when we were checking out.
This was in the shade Abstract. It's a cream lip from them. And then I'll be using the Toddy lashes. This is in the style TL7. And
I'm going in with a Sephora Lip Story. This is in the number 6 and it is the San Francisco one.
The only thing about these Toddy lashes, the ones that are more curved, like they're kind of hard to get clamped on right away because I don't want to crunch the middle of my lash. That'll look fucking weird. All right, this is the completed look.
Yes.
How do you feel about it?
I am living for that yellow. It's
a
like,
good yellow.
Yeah, it's a good mustardy yellow. Like it's not overbearing. It works. It freaking works. Yeah.
It's a great palette.
So like this palette is really good just for like, I just kind of want to blend colors. I'm not going to do anything like too crazy. The shades are very on the darker toned, very neutral. So I like it because, yeah, I like it because I just can throw anything together and it just works. So if you're looking for a palette that you don't really have to think of like the combination too hard, this would be a good one because they all work really well together. Like I was going all around the palette and I'm like, yeah, it came together.
Okay, I see you greens. That Wanderlust is a really pretty shade. It actually has like gold sparkles in it. I don't know. When I saw this come out, I was like, okay, I kind of feel the outside. It kind of annoys the shit out of me because it looks like a scrapbook. And then I looked inside and I was like, I have these shades.
Oh yeah, yeah. And to make life even better or worse for me, I have their vault, their single vault. So I have every single eyeshadow from Urban Decay. And I'm sure...
Why did you pick that up? And you have the Elements one. Didn't you get the Elements one after you got this one?
Just love me. Just love me. I just love Chip.
I do love Chip. But god damn it.
But in my defense, the vault was a gift.
But we hope you guys liked this video. Like I said, if I get Whale Song in July, I will put it in there. If not, it will come because it is a pretty palette and it's full of blues. If you're not tired of blues already. But thank you guys for watching. Before you leave, please hit the subscribe button so we can have you in the Sugar and Spice family. Again, we want to do a giveaway, so the more subscribers we get and the more followers on Instagram that we get, that'll just push us closer and closer to that giveaway. We'll see you on the next one. Bye!